Welcome to 1st Army. I'm an Observer Coach Trainer, or an OCT. I mentor the reserve component in preparation for overseas deployment. I'm a master of Army doctrine and a fit Army professional. I enjoy knowing that I impact soldiers by ensuring they are trained and prepared to execute any mission the moment they set foot overseas. When that mission is complete, the training I provide ensures that soldier returns home to their family, community, and civilian career. I am part of a legacy, serving in a unit that is known for its 100 years of service to the nation.
In 2020, more than half the United States Army was in the reserve component, the Army Reserve and the Army National Guard. Soldiers from these units carried out some of America's most essential missions: defending the oil fields in Syria, protecting the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad, Operation Spartan Shield, Operation Freedom Sentinel, Operations Resolute Support, Inherent Resolve, and Pacific Defender. Enabling that entire reserve component through realistic and relevant training with positive and enduring partnerships, and by mobilizing and deploying combat-ready troops for worldwide missions is 1st Army, its 2 divisions, 10 brigades, and world-class observer coach trainers. It's been said the best organizations focus not just on what they do, but why they do it. At 1st Army, our why is simple. We exist for America's citizen soldiers, to ensure they are ready to answer the nation's call, to fight, to win, and to return safely home.
Today's reality could not be more clear. America's Army cannot complete its increasingly multifaceted global mission without the reserve component. Some 40% of the Army combat power resides in the reserve component, and an increasing number of military occupational specialties are only found there.
You know, I have said on many occasions that without the Army Reserve, the Guard and the Reserve, we would have lost a long time ago. And so Guard and Reserve readiness is important to Army readiness.
1st Army's mission is readiness. Its method is the total force. By partnering with all Army National Guard and Army Reserve units in the continental United States and 2 territories, 1st Army increases baseline unit readiness and reduces the amount of time required to flex units into a large-scale global conflict. From our 4th generation installations at Forts Hood and Bliss, we mobilize and deploy more than 20,000 troops each year. At each combat training centers and large-scale exercises nationwide, 1st Army's OCTs draw upon real-world combat proficiency to train, support, and mentor reserve component peers.
1st Army is a career-broadening assignment, but one that does not come at the expense of being a warfighter. Our OCTs retain the ability to influence soldiers at the point of readiness, stay grounded in hands-on training, and contribute at the tactical level to forces preparing to deploy. They build mission command and critical thinking skills, work independently, provide peer-to-peer mentorship, and become masters of the after-action review. Perhaps most critically, they gain a comprehensive understanding of Army total force policy, the future of our force, and the American citizen soldier.
Working in 1st Army, you get to work with the nation. You get to work with the whole other side of the Army's total force that probably haven't been exposed to. So if you want your eyes to be open in all the different opportunities that are out there, or what makes our Army great, what makes our country great, it's working with the person that is also a police officer, you know. He's also a lawyer. He's also all these other jobs working in their communities.
1st Army's 2 divisions and 10 brigades are geographically dispersed across the United States. Our 3-star headquarters is on Rock Island Arsenal in Illinois, and the rest of our footprint stretches coast to coast. Fort Hood, Texas, Fort Bliss, Texas, Fort Knox, Kentucky, Fort Stewart, Georgia, Fort McCoy, Wisconsin, Camp Shelby, Mississippi, Camp Atterbury, Indiana, Joint Base Lewis McChord, Washington, and Joint Base McGuire-Dix, Lakehurst, New Jersey. Put simply, 1st Army has more geographic options for soldiers than virtually any unit in the Army. For more than 100 years, 1st Army has proudly served this nation, leading all American forces in France in the First World War, commanding all ground and airborne troops on D-Day in the Second, and deploying more than 1.2 million soldiers in the fight since 9/11. The mission, the total force, is more essential today than ever. At 1st Army, we are often reminded to earn the A.
You know, my grandfather fought in World War II. I think it's a huge thing to be part of such a historic unit, because it's not just what they did, it's what we do now to make the future better. The battlefield is constantly changing, and it's up to us to remember that history, remember the fights that have been won. And without remembering that, without delving into our history, then what do we really have to work off of?